Congratulations to everybody listening. You have made it through Monday. Yeah, Monday, the first day and the worst day of the week, is over. But end your day with some 3PT. This is Point Park Pens Talk, and I am your host, Nick Berlansky, as always, with Nicholas J. Horwat and Jordan Slobodinsky. How are you guys doing today?
Doing all right. Getting there.
Getting there? How about you, Nick?
I'm doing good. I'm just checking to make sure everything is working here.
Yeah, we're a little bit of technical difficulties as we can't hear what we're saying through the radio, so hopefully everybody out there can hear us. We are going to start with the recap of the Pens week, as we always do. Now, the week started in a very awkward way. It started with the Vegas Golden Knights game. Did you guys watch that game, correct?
Of course I did.
It was a great game.
Yeah, it was weird, though.
Yeah, definitely not your average game.
It was a very good game, but it was very high scoring, which is you didn't expect that with the return of Marc-Andre Fleury. But it was weird because you had the tribute. You saw Fleury, the epic shot of Fleury wiping tears away from his eyes. That was tough to watch. But
threw down a little water bottle cover beforehand, though.
He did. Yeah, that's smart. So nobody could see his actual tears. Because he was bawling.
Oh, yeah. So was everyone else in Pittsburgh.
Not only that was emotional. Then they also had the Ryan Shazier tribute, and he stood up in the press box. That got me, too.
And at that point, Pittsburgh just melted.
That arena had to have melted.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
We had all that. The game was strange because every time you scored a goal, you would be excited, but at the same time, you were like, oh, well, it's
Fleury.
Yeah, it's Fleury.
It's kind of sad, but at the same time, good Penguins fans.
It was
We're rooting for the Penguins to win that game. There were some Penguins fans during that day that were like, well, I'd be okay if the Golden Knights won. And I was like, no, we're in a playoff race. And we got teams like the Islanders catching up to us. So
that's a really weird statement.
But we also, in that game, we had Rust hit another empty net post.
And at least he didn't, lift it off the ice this time. It did stay down like I was getting on him about.
Yeah, he has 8 goals this year. Could have had 10, but he can't hit an empty net. The hardest person to beat for Brian Rust is
himself.
Fleury's best friend.
Yeah, it's Fleury's best friend, the post.
Oh, see, I thought it was himself.
Okay. Yeah, well, that game was good. 5-4 victory for the Penguins. They looked really quick in that game. Vegas is a tough team to play against.
Against a very hard team in Vegas that is... Do we remember if they're at the top of the West still?
Yeah, they should still be.
Vegas is still at the top of the Pacific Division. I don't know about the top of the West. I have the standings here. Let me just scroll down.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm more prepared than you guys. They have 76 points. Yeah, Nashville has 75.
So
still the best team in the West.
All right.
All right, then we moved on to the dad's trip.
Yeah, can someone explain that to me? Because I was really confused. And
once a year, they invite the dads onto a road trip, so the dads just go with them, just as like something for them to do, break the monotony, so the dads get to see their sons. Okay. And it's just a fun thing to do. They run out of luxury box. They had Ryan Reeves' dad and Ian Cole's dad interview them, which was hilarious. Ryan Reeves' dad is almost as funny, if not funnier, than Ryan Reeves.
Okay.
So
all right.
That started in Dallas. We lost that game in a shootout, and we have a jam-packed show today, so we don't get to go over my least favorite thing about hockey, which would be the shootout. We will go over that next week, so something to look forward to there. But, speaking of Reeves, that was back-to-back quality games. He played 2 straight games, the Vegas game and the Dallas game, that were both very good games. Obviously, he scored against Vegas. And then against Dallas, he was just playing really well. Vegas, he also had 7 hits.
Reeves just is obviously going to step his game up whenever he's playing against his former team.
Yeah.
And it was good to see him score against Vegas. Is he still the guy you want to keep, though?
No.
Didn't think so.
I didn't think you would be.
No, I still don't like my one thing is one goal doesn't make me like a player.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about that is Ryan Reeves scored a goal. He's played well the last 2 games. I'd still sit him if we're fully healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, yeah, that's what I would do.
I would certainly be all right sitting him, but who do we have to put in for him right now?
Right now, nobody. That's fine with him being in there.
Everyone's hurt. Everyone's getting hurt.
Yeah.
And just in time.
Is Sherry still hurt?
No, Sherry came back in the Dallas game. Yes, he did.
Okay.
Obviously, you didn't watch the game.
What night was that?
That was the night of the 9th, so that was Friday night.
I was at work.
You were at work.
Yeah, I caught the shootout. That was about it.
No.
End of the third overtime shootout.
End of the third overtime shootout. All right. Well, something else in that Dallas game. It's really nice to see secondary scoring for once.
Mm-hmm.
We had the goal by both Riley Sheahan and Carl Hagelin.
Yeah, I definitely was surprised to see Riley Shane and Carl Hagelin score. Would have thought Anthony Emmy was in net still. The way that they
your boy
scored.
Riley is out there.
My boy Riley and my boy Carl. I sent you
was-
Snapchats after
yes.
they both scored. I was crying.
Riley scored yesterday, and you didn't Snapchat me though.
I didn't
He
really
did score yesterday, and I didn't Snapchat with you. Why was that? Because I was too scared of what I just saw. Jake Allen's ankles were broken. The man was flopping more than Fleury usually does.
I
It
was
was bad.
I was just really confused this week because I even texted you when Hagelin scored because it was a breakaway and I didn't realize who it was. Like I didn't even know who was on the ice because I was at work and I just looked up real quick and I saw somebody going and I was like, is that Rust Hagelin?
Yeah.
What?
Hagelin is
What?
that fast.
What
He's
a
the fastest player. He might be the fastest player in the NHL.
I never saw him like literally break past
Probably
a
not,
defenseman.
but yeah.
I was like, why? Like, it just made me think of how not flawed, but like how iffy the skills competition really can be at testing who the fastest player in the league is.
Yeah, because
I mean,
that's more on skating too.
right? But
Because
like,
even
it's-
that's not straightaway speed because you turn around the nets, and some players can't turn well, and some players can turn really quickly and make it very good well on their skates, and that's what that's doing. I don't like the All-Star skills competition at all.
it is fun to watch though. The skating one is probably the only one that I have a small issue with. The shooting one's fun. The hardest shot is
The
obviously
shootout one's cute. It's cute for a skills competition, not to determine the winner of the second best team sport in the world. I'm sorry, I still think baseball's more of a team sport,
Okay, that's fair.
but it's a team sport nonetheless, and you decide it by an individual's talent. I don't like that at all. And we'll get in. I said we'll get into it next week, and we will. So let's move on to the Blues game. They played the St. Louis Blues. That was yesterday on NBC. A very injured NBC staff yesterday.
Panger was out there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Both Pierre
Sure.
Maguire and Eddie Olczyk. All the best to them. They're both getting over cancer.
Jordan probably doesn't know who
They're
Darren
fighting
Pang
cancer.
is.
Jordan, who's Darren Pang?
He's an announcer apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. We do have a segment this week. It's called Questions with Jordan.
Oh, I am going to be grilling him on his lack of Penguin knowledge.
That'll be coming up here shortly. And I don't know how tough the questions are, so I haven't seen them. That's all Horwatz.
we'll
doing.
be getting into the details about it when we get there.
All right, sounds good. But we also have to talk about the Blues game first.
Mhm.
Guess what finally happened?
No, it didn't happen.
No, it happened.
No.
Sidney Crosby scored his 400th goal.
And it was the ugliest goal I've ever
It
seen.
was the most Sidney Crosby goal I can think of, other than him hitting it off of Kincaid's.
head.
You're playing with the audio board here. Other than him hitting it off Kincaid's head into the net, that's the most Crosby goal I could imagine.
I actually got to see the goal yesterday. I was getting food, and they had the Penguin game on.
I was tweeting for Steel City Spiel, and I looked up, and he scored, and I was mad. Oh no, I wasn't. I was getting a piece of cheese, literally one piece of cheese, and I missed that goal.
Be there for 500.
I remember whenever he was going toward his 1,000th point, I remember thinking the whole time, like, it's going to be an assist like a secondary assist to someone.
It was a singular assist.
But it turned out to be a singular assist to Kunitz, and I'm
To
like, that is
Senor
just as good.
Kuntz. It's very, yeah.
It's just as Crosby.
So we had that. I have a note here, and I was getting very angry during the game yesterday. Chris Letang looked like crap yesterday.
Shocker.
He's not looked good all year, but his first turnover, he tried to pinch on the first goal. I'm
Chris
sorry.
Letang with a turnover?
Chris Letang pinching.
Yeah, Chris Letang pinched, and then there were two forwards that got back before him on that 2-on-1 that it turned into a goal. Two forwards. I'm sorry. The man that we're saying is one of the best defensive skaters in the league, not Erik Karlsson, who's the best one. And he was beat by two forwards back, and then he turned the ball. The ball. Hey, today pitchers and catchers reported for the Pittsburgh Pirates, so I'm a little into baseball mode. But
We have pitchers and catchers?
I thought they all got traded.
well, they're all AAA at this point.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Bob Nutting, thank you very much for ruining my dreams. Like I had any. I'm a Pirates fan. But Matt Murray also played phenomenally yesterday.
He did.
The highlight save coming out on Tarasenko on the power play, and he made the flashy Henrik Lundqvist-esque, over-exaggerated glove save, which was great. I loved it.
No,
Usually he's not the flashy guy. He's the guy, I'm going to catch the puck, give it back to the ref.
Catch the puck. He has no glove side.
Yeah, he does.
I digress.
He got better at it.
He's working on it. He's 23 years old, Jordan. I know it's hard for you to believe, considering you've been a hockey fan for 3 years, and the only goal you've seen is Marc-Andre Fleury, who's 30.
Hey.
Don't forget about Casey DeSmith.
Don't forget about Casey DeSmith.
I forget about Casey DeSmith. Why? Because he's in the AHL.
Don't forget. Hey, he'll be back up soon enough.
No, he won't.
I think he will be.
Sure, he will, to be the third stringer in the
Can we
playoffs.
also talk about, just for like a hot second, that I just realized that Philadelphia beat the Knights?
Yeah, 4-1 last night. It was sad.
Was Fleury in net?
I have no idea who was in net. I didn't watch that game. I just saw the box score, and I also saw the what Vegas did with their mascot.
That was
yesterday.
funny. I thought it was
where he was
funny.
putting Crisco
Crisco up on the poles.
on light poles, and he pointed, and the guy asked him why, and he pointed to a Flyers fan trying to climb a light pole.
I enjoyed
Oh
that.
my gosh.
It was funny. Their mascot looks pretty cool.
They have a cool mascot. That Twitter account needs to do something about itself.
Yeah,
But,
they need to hit some maturity on their Twitter account.
I mean, I get what they're trying
As
to do.
mature as you can be as an NHL Twitter account.
I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to draw the attention. They're trying to get a crowd. But you're winning. You have one.
Yeah,
Cool
you're the best team in the West.
Yeah.
You're going to get... first of all, they have great numbers. I don't know their specific numbers on attendance, but every time I watch a game, there's a lot of people there.
I mean, part of that might be, at least from what I saw, the few games that I've watched, it is a large visiting crowd too.
Yeah,
But-
when the Penguins played there, it was all Penguins fans.
Every West Coast game so far for the Penguins has seemed like a second home game.
Yeah, that's how it
weird.
usually is, though.
You gotta.
Yeah.
We usually have a lot of people, especially in Western Canada.
Yeah.
In Western Canada, everybody loves Sid.
You gotta imagine how many people at not only at a Knights game might have been hockey fans prior to the Knights coming, and then you know.
You want me to wrap this segment up?
Yeah.
So we ended up winning yesterday's game 4-1. It was closer than the final score, obviously, because Sid added goal number 401.
401.
He's on his way to 500
Jesus.
with that empty netter, with a beautiful pass from Dominic Simone, who is playing outstanding. Everybody really is starting to heat up. Everybody's starting to heat up minus Carter Rowney.
Didn't he just get hurt again? Or is he?
Yes, he got hurt again.
Is he like out?
No, he came back, I'm pretty sure, in that
Okay.
game. He took another shot block.
Wasn't that against the Knights?
Good.
I'm
At least
sorry, that
that's
was
when he's
against
getting
the
hurt.
Stars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's,
And he came back in. So,
thought I saw that. That was in the third period too, wasn't it?
yeah, it was in the third period.
Okay.
And the last thing I have on that game is the Pens breakout. It's rough. It really is. So many turnovers, not just the Chris Letang. Chris Letang we pick on the most. Why? Because he's supposed to be the number one defenseman. He's supposed to be the Ron Hainsey of the
Oh,
Pittsburgh
boy.
Penguins. Because
Oh,
Ron
boy.
Hainsey is probably the best defenseman right now on the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ron Hainsey is the one D up there he's doing.
If we're talking about the
He's
best,
doing so
are we,
good.
Are we talking about the best defenseman on the Penguins who's actually
Who's
playing?
supposed to be the leader?
Well, yeah, but then if we're looking at the best defenseman on the team right now, who's actually playing defense, I would say Dumo.
Well, yeah. Dumo's a defensive defenseman.
Dumas a stay-home defenseman. I like Cole.
Okay.
Trade block Cole. Well-
One thing too about the St. Louis game, Matt Murray is now 5-0-1 in his last 6.
Since his return.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a
5-0-1 since his return. He's got something to play for.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And a player with something to play for, obviously everybody has something to play for, but a player with something like that to motivate him is dangerous. But we're going to have to take a break real quick. We will be back after a couple short messages.
Hey everyone, this is Mix Dinelli. You can hear all the best music on my show, Mixtapes, Sunday nights at 9 on WPPJ 670 AM, WPPJRadio.com, and on the TuneIn app. We'll see you there.
Are any of you involved with UView? It's the TV station on campus that helps broadcasting students get hands-on training and become on-air talent. They broadcast Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays with a variety of different shows from sports to entertainment, and all the stuff to keep you updated on campus events. It's located on the first floor of the University Center, and you can watch all the episodes through their YouTube channel, Point Park Television. Plus, they're always welcoming more people to help crew. You can even become on-air talent in just a few weeks. Get involved with UView today.
Hey everyone, this is Mix Dinelli. You can hear all the best music on my show, Mixtapes, Sunday nights at 9 on WPPJ 670 AM, WPPJRadio.com, and on the TuneIn app. We'll see you there.
We are back. Oh, look at that. We finally fixed the audio.
And
in
we
here.
have sound.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, that was freaky. That entire radio break was blasting through my headset, and now I'm blasting through my headset.
Jeez, I can barely hear out of my headset.
You can back up a little bit.
I can barely hear out of my headset, so I'm having a little technical difficulties here. But if you guys are fine, then let's move on.
All
Just
right, let's
Real
move
quick,
on.
Jordan, though. Stay back from the microphone. Remember what Kayla literally just
Oh
told you
yeah,
earlier?
yeah. Shout outs to Kayla Snyder. I'll keep a fist in front of my mouth so I know.
No, because it's blasting my ears out.
I know. I realize.
But anyway, continue.
All right, the next thing we're going to do is a fan favorite already. Slobodinsky storylines. I'm going to hand my laptop over here, and Jordan is
Okay.
going to read us the Penguin storylines of last week.
So, like we said, Marc-Andre Fleury came back to Pittsburgh,
You're good. You're good.
and in the return, the Penguins won 5-4 over Vegas. Certainly an interesting win. Tom Kuhnackel is out week to week. We have some players heating up like Riley Sheahan, Carl Hagelin, Dominic Simone, and Brian Rust. They had big weeks. Hagelin with some goals, Sheahan with some goals. Simone played really well. So we had a lot of good stories last week.
Okay.
And to continue, Jordan, we're going to keep you in the spotlight for your questions that I cannot remember what we decided to call it.
Questions with Jordan.
Questions with Jordan. Okay.
I told you to make one up.
And I didn't come up with one. But, Jordan, this is basically going to be me asking you 3 questions. One easy, one medium, one hard, to test your Penguin knowledge or lack thereof.
Okay, gotcha.
So, first one, I'll make it super easy for you. Who is the Penguins' all-time leading scorer?
That is Mario Lemieux.
Ding, ding, ding.
Good job.
Okay.
For a medium question, what was the name of the Penguins' original mascot? Here's a hint. It was a real-life penguin.
We have Iceberg currently.
Someone watched the 50th anniversary video last week, didn't they?
Yes, I did. I didn't get out of bed.
Okay.
Is it Igloo?
No, that's the nickname for the
yeah.
Pacific Arena.
Because you know he didn't know it. But
No,
that's a good
yeah,
guess.
of course not.
And the answer is?
His name was Penguin Pete.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Another
Oh.
bonus fact: the first one died of pneumonia. Second one they called the repeat.
Okay. I guess.
And the hardest question.
And the super hard one that I actually had to dig to find: who was the Penguins' first ever playoff opponent?
I don't even know this.
Hint: they're no longer a team.
No
Ooh,
longer
never mind, I know it.
team. Is it? Oh God. Oh God. I know who this is actually.
3,
I could see their logo.
2. Do I own a hat by them?
You do. Don't. That's where I know the logo.
That's
from.
where. Okay, yes. So yes, it is the Oakland Seals.
Yep.
Or the California Golden Seals is the hat that I own. Did you know they swept that series? The Penguins went 4-0 in that series in 1970,
Wow.
and then immediately lost the next round to Boston, I think.
History lessons.
Not
with Orwell.
Not Boston, but someone. Yes, they played the Oakland Seals in the first ever playoff.
All right.
What am I saying?
Wow.
Words didn't happen for me there, but anyway, continuing.
The first Penguin series. Penguins
Yes.
playoff series. Wow.
Interesting.
I for some reason I was going to say the Minnesota North Stars.
That's
Yeah, the same
valid.
colors.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but don't give me your charity for my wrong answer.
Don't give me your. I wish HQ would give me a charity for the wrong answer.
HQ. Yeah, we could call that 3PT HQ with Jordan.
That sounds fun.
You bet here in about 30,
Even though
I'll start livening it up. I'll be Scott Rogowski.
in about 32 minutes, I'm gonna be looking down at HQ.
that's
Numero
fine,
numero
Jordan.
uno.
The biggest part of your days is over. You were in the spotlight there for a good 5 minutes right out of the commercial break.
Very nice.
You were in the spotlight for the first entire half hour of this show because our audio board was not being friendly to us.
Yeah, I'm really it's really weird because I still can't hear anybody. But hey, if
You
it's working,
can't?
it's working.
We hear you though.
We
All
hear
right,
you.
hey, if
That's
it's working, it's working. So that's fine with me.
We also want to apologize to Horwat because on the audio recording that is on steelcityspiel.wordpress.com, if you don't catch us live, you can always listen back to it on that website.
Selfless advertising.
Yeah, selfless advertising. Just gonna throw my own little plug in there. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't pick up on the audio recording, so it was just me and Jordan talking with some awkward pauses.
Do we know if I'm recording this week though?
We will find out.
I'm really hoping
Pretty sure.
because-
We'll pull up Audacity. Go ahead and talk a little bit.
I am in the middle of talking right now. Just
Yeah,
to check.
you're getting picked up.
He's
All right,
getting
good.
picked up on Audacity. So I don't know what that was. Hopefully it's fixed. But let's move on
Yes.
into our discussion questions. First one, in lieu of I used that word.
Lou.
Of Marc-Andre Fleury's return last week. Is what he's done so far, is he a Hall of Famer? He's the all-time leading leader in wins for 2 different NHL franchises. Pittsburgh Penguins and the Vegas Golden Knights.
Can we
Yes.
not count the Vegas Knights one until about 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, we can do that.
I mean, like,
Sure, because
But
what,
still,
what,
is
what
he
other
for-
goalies are they going to get in 3 years?
For what's
let's see. Fleury's 33.
His contract runs for 3 years at least.
Fleury's 33?
Yeah, and at 36, it's very, very possible that he could retire. No?
I don't think he wants to retire yet.
I mean, he might not want to, but his body might not allow him to keep playing, rather.
we will have to see. And I'm going to say yes, they should put him in the Hall of Fame. He just
Yeah.
passed.
I mean,
Hasek.
how
for
good is
most
Henrik
wins?
Lundqvist still? And he's 35?
Not good.
He's a shell of what he once was.
Well, he is, but still.
But yes, I would think to put him in the Hall of Fame. He's got 3 Stanley
He's
Cups.
3-time Cup champ.
If he could very well win it again this year. Well, hey, all I'm saying is I picked him. So it is a possibility that he wins the Cup again. If he wins the Cup 4 times with 2 different teams, how can you not put him in the Hall of Fame?
I just got a message from our buddy Brandon who said, "Will Fleury retire a Penguin?"
No,
No, he won't.
neither will Yager. People saying, "Oh, Yager can come back and play the rest of the year." Why would you? Why? Ryan Reeves can't make this team. Jaromir Yager is slower than Ryan Reeves. He has a better shot, and you can't
Yager-
compare the two, obviously. But
I don't think we would give Yager that benefit of
I don't
the
think
1-day
Yager-
contract.
no,
Like,
Yager could be a
It's-
coach if he wants to.
no.
ew, no. Mario doesn't even want to do that.
Mario didn't even want to own the team after last year.
Then we won a cup, and then there you go. He's back. But
I mean,
I could see Fleury being in the Hall of Fame one day, totally.
I could see it. Who else for the Penguins right now? Obviously, Crosby and Malkin, I would think. Well, then again, it's a habit of keeping Evgeny Malkin out of honors.
True.
He's not an NHL 100. He's not an NHL All-Star. Why would he be an NHL Hall of Famer?
He should be, regardless.
I mean, I
but
would
Duncan
ima-
Keith is. Duncan Keith is
Listen.
top 100 in the NHL.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Listen,
Yeah, he is. He is. I think he deserves to be there just as much as our friend Dave Fichetti deserves to be there.
Oh, Dave. The live audience today, Dave.
Fave
Who I
Duchetti.
looked over and he's not even listening. So.
There's a bit of a sound delay, but it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
But
So, all right, let's end this discussion. Fleury
Yeah.
to the Hall of Fame. Horwat,
yes,
Jordan.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I say yes.
first
Right.
ballot.
First.
Yeah,
No.
first ballot.
Ooh.
Well, who's his class? It would depend who his class is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. We didn't look all that up.
How are you going to look that up? He hasn't retired yet.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It depends who his class is.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that there'd be too many people keeping him out.
You never know. In this day and age in the NHL, depending on who's running it,
Yeah.
seeing who got into the NHL 100, you never know who can make the Hall of Fame now.
Okay. Well, let's move on.
All right.
The trade deadline is 3 weeks. 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks. Wow.
It's the
It's
26th.
the 26th. Yeah,
Yep.
that's 2 weeks from today.
That's spring break.
That is spring
do you
break. 2 days before me and Horwat hit up NYC.
Interesting.
I'm excited for that.
That's gonna be so much fun though.
You're not 21 until about 3 days after we
Until
get back. So
we get back the 4th. I turn 21 the 6th, and it's upsetting.
yeah. So the deadline's on February 26th. We'll keep it talking about hockey this week, relatively.
We try our hardest.
I'm convinced they don't need to make a move.
We really don't anymore.
I don't want them to make a move.
I mean, Ian Cole picked his game up. Not that he ever lost it, but he's been nonstop production since he
They
came back
finally
from being
realized
scratched.
Matt Unwick cannot play on this team well.
Exactly.
Everyone knew that. every NHL 18 GM that also is known as a Penguins fan didn't like Matt Hunwick. You guys like that line?
I like that NHL 18.
Okay.
That was a good reference.
I mean, I don't like that Reeves is still on, but I mean, hey, if he's gonna play well,
Well, nobody's going to take him to trade.
yeah, I realize that.
And Hornqvist is week to week, and there's 2 months until the playoffs, so we don't have to worry about that unless he re-injures himself.
He shouldn't.
He's been hurt like 2 or 3 times this season already, though, hasn't he?
Twice.
Once playoffs roll around, though, these guys don't want to go down.
Well, they'll go down, but they'll get back up with a
Oh, yeah.
broken
Yeah.
leg, broken collarbone, broken brain.
Yeah,
Everything.
I would say as of right now, we're okay.
Okay.
How about league-wise, the guys that are getting tossed around like Rick Nash and Max Pacioretty?
That's what I was going to talk about whenever we got to the league, around the league.
Okay.
But there's something that the Rangers did that's very interesting that I've never seen an NHL team do before. So stay tuned if you want to listen to what they did. But right now, I have some trades that I wrote up that I already said I don't want a trade for the Penguins. But if they were to trade people, some of these are ridiculous because it's fun to do that. So let's get it started with the least ridiculous. 3rd rounder for Matt Cullen.
I mean, I'd like it. I like it.
He's not playing.
He's
not playing. I put in 4th rounder initially, but I feel like it's going to take a 3rd rounder.
I don't have an issue with it. I have
Add him on the 4th line depth.
Yeah.
Him and Sheahan is the bottom 2.
Especially considering I did just see a tweet saying that the Penguins have not officially changed, but it seems to have that their shopping has changed from a 3rd line to a 4th line center.
Yeah, because
Riley is
my
killing
boy,
it.
Riley Sheahan.
It's your boy Riley.
I have God.
It's your boy.
I don't think a 3rd rounder is unreasonable for Matt Cullen.
No, but
At 41, no,
hold on to
yeah.
your seats because it gets crazy
it's gonna get rocky.
after that. We also have Cole and Sherry for Derek Brassard from Ottawa.
Brassard.
Yeah, I don't like Brassard either, but they're shopping Brassard. They're asking for a lot more than that.
Because I don't think they want to handle Brassard anymore.
Nobody
Like-
wants to handle Brassard, but the Penguins, they might.
I
really don't think they will.
I hope not.
No,
I
they
don't
Derek
like the
Brassard.
idea of trading Cole right now when
'Cause
he's
you
playing
can-
so well.
Oh, you don't?
Let's imagine a 4th line of Ryan Reeves and Derek Brassard.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's...
We don't need that much goon.
I think I just had an aneurysm because you said that.
Well, you said you didn't think they'd get rid of Cole.
Yeah.
But next one is Cole and a 3rd rounder for Ottawa Senator, JG Pajot.
Ooh.
He's not a 4th liner.
No, he's not
He's
at
a
all.
3rd liner.
Yeah.
And Riley Sheahan deserves the 3rd line spot.
Who had JG had a good playoffs last year too.
Did you? Did he?
Yes, he did. I had a great playoffs last year, guys.
So great.
You did. You had a decent... I'm going to struggle to say this. You had a decent playoff beard.
Oh no, I didn't.
was
yeah,
like-
and then you shaved it before the finals ended because, quote, there are girls at this party.
I remember this.
You and Jordan were at the beach.
Oh, I'm gonna be
I
getting it
remember
so
sitting
hard.
on a balcony smoking a cigar.
And you Snapchatted me, and I was like, wait, you don't have
Did
a
I
playoff
actually
beard?
say that?
Yes. Because I was like, Game 6 is tomorrow. What do
No,
you...
tonight.
It was tonight.
Yeah,
it was that night.
Yeah, we were.
No, I definitely didn't shave the day.
Or
of
no, it was Game
6, though.
5.
Yeah, it was Game 5.
It was Game 5 because we were still at the beach. Game 6, we were back here because I was at the arena. So it was Game 5. And I was like, where'd your beard go? I was so mad at you. And you were like, dude, there are girls at this party. And I was like, oh my God, Horwat.
I'm sad.
I think we all wanted to punch you.
Okay, well, if you're sad, let me brighten your day. The last fake trade that I made, and this is a doozy.
I'm ready.
Chris Letang, Connor Sherry, and a 1st round pick for Erik Karlsson.
That makes sense because they were shopping Carlson. The Senators were shopping Carlson for a while, and I think they probably still are, or not shopping him, or not going to resign him.
Jordan's about to explode.
I don't mind getting rid of Chris Letang. As terrible as that sounds,
Yeah.
I really like Connor Sherry.
He said it right.
I like Connor Sherry. I think he's a quality player. He's only in what? This is his 3rd year? 4th year?
This is
3rd year. Yeah, 3rd year.
3rd. He came
Yeah.
up the first year of the
The cup.
cup. The
Yeah.
first cup.
I think there's so much potential there. And I guess, Carlson is worth a first-round pick. So, yes, I can understand the first-round pick. Outside of that for him, I don't know who you can move right now.
Nobody. You shouldn't move anybody. The point of this was to show
That's what I'm
how
saying.
clinically insane I am. This literally took me like 30 minutes, and I was very
well thought out
I was
trade.
very well thought out. That was in between the second and third period of yesterday's game.
There you go.
That's not even 30 minutes.
You told me to
17
come up
minutes,
with
but
you told me
still.
to come up with trades, and I did not. So I'm thinking of one on the spot. But
Okay.
Oh my lord!
Hurry up, because I gotta bow down to my man Shayan, sorry, in the next segment.
okay. So here's my quick one
We'll get that one through.
I would say Chris Letang and a pick, so like second or third, for LA King defenseman Drew Doughty.
Wait,
He's been getting shopped around, and may not be re-signing with them soon.
they're like in third.
That
They're okay. Never mind. They're out of a wild card spot
yep.
by a point. Why would you shop your
They've
best
been-
player?
They have been looking around at it, and he has not confirmed nor denied that he'll be re-signing with them. That was a long time ago in the season, but still a possibility.
Okay.
That was not what I was expecting to hear.
Yeah, you know where he's gonna go. We mentioned him earlier. He's from that area. He was
Toronto.
He's gonna go to Toronto.
Yep.
Soshnikov came up. He's healthy.
He is.
They have so much young talent up there, and they will give anything to have Drew Doughty, puck moving defenseman.
It's just like the weirdest. I guess that's not as absurd as some of the things that Verlansky put together. Chris Letang and Connor Sherry and a first rounder
Hey.
for Eric Carlson.
What would you trade for Pacioretty?
What would I trade for Pacioretty?
Yes.
Clint Hurdle's chewed bubblegum.
Wow.
I don't want anybody out of that crapshoot.
That's fair.
I don't want anybody from Montreal.
We don't need another.
Unless they're giving us Jonathan Drouin for Greg McKegg.
There you go. It's like
I'm a creative genius. Just hire me.
we don't need a center that's not a fourth liner anymore. So.
No? Okay.
Okay.
Here's something else for you.
Okay.
Is Daniel Sprong on the trading block?
Most
Please,
likely. Most likely. I mean, every time you.
Did
I
either
heard-
of you
I
guys
heard-
read what Mike Sullivan said about the situation?
No.
Yes.
It wasn't his defense as much as it was his puck support on the offensive zone. Because you need that to play with Sidney Crosby.
Yes.
And he didn't have enough of it.
Which is fair. You could kind of see it.
And somebody literally asked him to his face. They were like, "Oh, do you not like Daniel Sprong?" Why would you ask that?
Another thing too is to go back to when you said about NHL 18 GM mode. Every time you start it up and you play as the Penguins, Daniel Sprong is already on the trading block when you start the game up.
NHL 18.
NHL 18
Throwing
is-
shade.
Yes, throwing shade and leading to everything that's actually going to happen.
I hope not.
That-
Well,
Okay.
all right. Well,
mean-
that's our trade talk for the week. We'll probably have it again next week, and then the following week,
Hopefully, actual
trade deadline will be over.
Hopefully, actual trades will happen at that point to talk about.
Hopefully not to the Penguins.
Jeez.
One last thing before we head to our next break. I told you I'd do it last week, and I did look up the numbers. Riley Sheahan has 6 goals, 15 assists, and 21 points, and is a +1. Dad, Matt Cullen, has 5 goals, 8 assists, and 13 points, but is a -6 in Minnesota. Nick Bonino, 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points, and a +1 as well. And Chris Kunitz, he's not a center, but, I figured we'd have to throw him in there too because he's a player that didn't play for us, or played for us last year. 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points, and a +5. So Sheahan has more points than everybody we lost. Plus, there was advanced statistics that Horwat sent me today that had Sheahan just as good as Bonino.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pull him up.
So we gave Detroit Scott Wilson for someone who's better than, who's playing better now than the hero, Nick Bonino.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you have those stats there? Is that what you're looking at now?
yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And they're
Okay.
stats that I don't fully understand, but shot attempts against. So it's like them playing defensive wise. 55.9 out of 60 for Sheehan, which is good compared to Sheehan, sorry, which is good compared to Benino's 60 out of 60. I mean, I don't know what these stats mean, but and possession percentage, which I totally understand.
Okay.
Sheehan is 49.67%.
Okay.
While Benino 46.3.
Yeah. Wow.
That's not an overwhelmingly amount of percentage though. It's like what 4 point something percent.
That's like 1.2%, Jordan.
Math. And with
Well,
that,
with
and we're
that,
gonna go to
I think we're
break.
going to go to break. Stay tuned for some Olympic talk here on 3PT.
Hey, this is your boy Queslow with my new show, Lyrics and Flow, every Wednesday from 12 to 1. If you want to listen, go to WPPJ 670 AM, or if you want your computer, laptop, or phone, go to WPPJradio.com. Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. My Instagram is QUEZLOW. My Twitter, add the extra L to it. And my YouTube, add the extra L to it. Hit me up.
Come on down to the Pioneer Sideline, the longest running show on UView television, covering Point Park University athletics like only we know how. Each week we break down the world of Point Park basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, track, and so much more. We catch you up on the latest national and regional headlines and go head-to-head with the week's hottest debate topic in sports with the case of the week. It's the Pioneer Sideline, only on UView Television. Croups Corner brings you the best sports talk on the air. Based on the award-winning weekly column in the Globe, Croups Corner covers all the bases of Point Park athletics. Join Josh Croup and Allison Schubert each week for recaps and commentary on the biggest Point Park sports headlines.
Talked to Coach last night, and he's really
Just a huge win. It couldn't have come at a better
played
time.
really well. They had a lot of good ball movement.
Plus debates on the hottest topics surrounding the sports world beyond Point Park.
Well, that's a fair point.
He's not overrated.
Yes, he is.
Croups Corner, Wednesdays from 1 to 2, only on WPPJ.
Hey guys, it's Chris Schwanke with this week's music update. After his performance at halftime of Sunday's Super Bowl, Justin Timberlake has announced a second Pittsburgh date for his Man of the Woods tour, September 25th at PPG Paints Arena. Tickets go on sale for this and the original date of June 1st on Wednesday the 7th. Notable shows this week include Black Label Society on Wednesday at Stage AE and Anti-Flag with Stray from the Path Friday at Mr. Smalls in Millvale. New releases dropped this week from Dashboard Confessional, Franz Ferdinand, MGMT, The Wombats, AWOL Nation, and G-Eazy. Childish Gambino is re-releasing his self-titled EP from 2011, and Black Panther, music from and inspired by the motion picture, a collab between Kendrick Lamar, The Weeknd, and SZA, also drops this week. That was this week's music update. Stay tuned for more great programming here on 670 AM WPPJ.
And welcome back to 3PT.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. And better than ever. Oh, God, Jordan. And we're going to talk about something that's happening that a lot of people don't care about, but we do. It's the Olympics.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
No, a lot
right.
of people don't care about
you're
it. In this
absolutely
country.
right. My mom's actually like, she's been texting me. She's been all about it.
Has she?
Yeah, I mean, she's like,
I'm only here for the hockey.
I don't have cable at my house in Mount Washington, so I can't watch the Olympics.
I like the snowboarding halfpipe event.
Yeah, but that's, to me, the Olympics has turned into the X Games and hockey.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of differences between like how the X Games do their slopes and how like the Olympics do their slopes.
Really?
And like they have like different standards of what counts for points, and the scoring system's different. Like you're technically an amateur at the X Games, so like you're allowed to like mess up and the points are scored a little differently.
Wait, can you say that again? You're technically what?
An amateur.
An amateur.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get back to that.
Yes. Talk about Sean White.
No, I'm talking about hockey.
Oh, okay. No. I meant for the X Games, you're an amateur.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Olympics, you should be an amateur too.
You're supposed to be an amateur for the Olympics.
I don't think that's a thing.
It was. It's in the description.
I realize it is, but I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Well,
Bet.
we will talk about it. So
No,
for
no,
the
no.
men's ice,
Be quiet and move on, boys.
For the men's ice hockey, that starts on Valentine's Day this year,
Mm-hmm.
February 14th. We got the groupings here. Group A is Canada, Czech Republic, Switzerland, and host country South Korea. Group B are the Olympic athletes from Russia. So Russia. United States, Slovakia, and Slovenia. And Group C is Sweden, Finland, Norway, and Germany. Pretty good.
It all sounds like pretty solid teams.
Jordan, do you know any of the players in the Olympics this year?
Is Casey DeSmith there?
No,
No.
he is not.
And then I do not.
Okay. Some names that I highlighted.
Oh,
Team
geez.
Canada. The best last name of a former Penguins player ever, Robbie Klinkhammer.
Rob.
I love that name. I did not love
He was
the
here
player.
for like 20 games.
Speaking of 20 games, Maxime Lapierre is also on Team Canada.
I know that name.
These are fourth liners in the NHL that can't even play in the NHL anymore. For the United States, Mark Arcabello, former Pittsburgh Penguin,
Mark.
I do know that name.
former New Jersey Devil,
The captain.
the Capitan, Brian Giunta.
Just
know-
retired.
I
Did he?
know-
He retired
just
before
retired last
this,
year.
didn't he?
Yeah, he retired because he wanted to go to the Olympics.
Because he knew the NHL was holding out this year.
Okay, I knew that name.
Okay, and let's see if you know this one. Young boy, shootout hero in the World Juniors, Troy Terry is on Team USA. World Juniors from last year, not this year.
I
You don't know who did that? Okay.
Jordan.
The only Troy I know is the movie that Brad Pitt's in.
Don't know Troy Polamalu, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh
legend?
yeah, that guy too.
My favorite Pittsburgh Steeler of all time.
All
So
right.
those are the groupings.
Oh, this is my favorite.
I'm
Steeler
gonna
of all time.
ask. I'm gonna ask you, Jordan, since you
Have
you
the
seem so into this.
have the most knowledge here.
What is your prediction
Who-
for the Olympic men's ice hockey?
Who is winning gold?
Who is grabbing the gold? And that's all you really need to do.
You can say silver and bronze if you want.
If you, think,
Let
you
me
need
see
to
the-
look at the teams that
I
I
just want to see the.
literally
I
said?
just want to see the list. You know, my short-term memory is not that good.
Well, I'm glad everybody out there is listening to me because obviously Jordan isn't.
All right, so I don't see Team DeSmith.
Jordan, this is a timed show.
Yeah, I realize that. Yeah, coming up next is the DeSmith show with Slobodinsky.
You wish.
I
never do
would
that to
say
you
the Czech Republic.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's his pick.
Okay, so now to the educated picks.
All right,
ask
wait,
you-
am
that's a
I
little
am I
mean.
guessing bronze and silver?
No, you don't have
You
to.
don't have to. You pick Czech Republic for gold. I think we know you're not going to be right.
Hey.
If they end up winning,
If they end up
Hey.
winning, I swear I'll give you $5.
I'll
Hey,
give you
I-
10.
Shake on it.
I'll give you 10.
If they
Well,
win,
because your roommate owes
if
me
they win,
$10.
Horwath has to grow this beard.
No.
Horwath can't grow a beard.
Don't make me do that.
And he goes to too many parties with girls at him. Or what? I need your predictions for the Olympics.
Okay, my predictions. For gold, I'm going to go Sweden.
I hate you. You took my pick.
Aw.
Continue.
That was my next
you,
pick.
You know why, though. The number one overall pick's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
tear it
I
up.
have it here. Rasmus
Yes.
Dahlin.
Silver, Canada, because it's Canada.
Oh, Colby
Bronze,
Rasmus.
USA. They're going to pull something together and get a bronze. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I think the United States will be in the bronze medal game.
Okay.
I think they're going to lose to Finland.
Finland.
Okay. Even though Olli Mata's not on the team, Finland is still going to be real good this year.
UC Jokinen, please.
Is he actually playing for them?
No.
Oh.
He's somewhere right now. But go ahead.
I would have pulled so hard for Finland.
I love Juicy J.
And the Finnish flag is up in front of us right now. But yeah, I'm going to go with Sweden. Actually, basically the same thing. Sweden beating Canada in the gold medal game, and then I have Finland beating the United States in this bronze medal game.
So in other
Just
words,
because Rasmus Dahlin. I
Rasmus.
watched him. Did you watch him in the World Juniors?
I didn't see much of the World Juniors, but I did see.
Oh,
He's incredible. He's
Yeah.
a defenseman.
yeah, he's a defenseman.
That's
He's going to be the first overall pick next year to.
Ottawa.
You think Ottawa's going to win?
No, they're not.
I mean, who knows? They could win the lottery. The first and second overall pick of this year's draft went to the Devils and the Flyers. And Jordan, get the picture of Nick Ballard off my screen.
Jordan,
I
stop
was
using
trying.
the computer.
I was trying to think of like ways to describe a hockey team.
Anyway,
And
Jordan is just trying to distract us.
Hey,
I
no,
don't know.
I just
the
went-
Olympic athletes from Russia, although the name is weird, they're still the Russian team. I don't know if the KHL has players there, because if they do, that's kind of like cheating,
I don't think they do.
because those are professionals, and the
I-
NHL
I'm not 100%
is
sure.
not there. Are KHL
Here we go.
players going to the Olympics?
KHL retracts Olympic
So
participation.
no KHL. So yeah, the Olympic athletes from Russia are not.
Yeah.
Ilya Kovalchuk is there, isn't he?
Ilya Kovalchuk is not playing for the KHL.
He's not?
I don't believe so.
It looks like they were the KHL players were banned from the Pyeongchang Olympics.
The entire country of Russia was banned for a minute.
I mean, they still can't go under the Russian flag.
Yeah. So, like,
They had to go under the Olympic flag.
I'm looking for
Which is
their
cool.
roster right now, though.
You-
As I'm scrolling
While
heavily.
you do that, and we will catch up with you after we go to this, Jordan has a very interesting story about a story that he did for school. Take it away, Jordan.
So about 2.5 weeks ago now, maybe just 2, I don't know. I went to Mount Lebanon and I was interviewing the mother of a local Olympian who is currently on the U.S. men's speed skating team, I think it was. She was Heidi Kruger, and her son John Henry is on the team right now competing. And I got to interview her and talk to her, and she was telling me all about like what it's like for an Olympic athlete in a niche sport that isn't like, especially in a winter Olympic sport that's a niche sport like speed skating. What it's like to fund that and to go where you need to go. And it turns out like it's not all glory. They're not getting paid. They got to fund everything. The only thing that like the team really pays for is obviously like accommodations for the athletes and their speed suit. Like John Henry had to pay for his skates, his goggles, and all that. And we were just talking, and she was telling me how much like John Henry is trying to represent Pittsburgh at the Olympics.
Speaking of representing Pittsburgh, anybody who's been on Twitter recently
Yeah.
and follows Pittsburgh people, that is going around that there's a video of the mother holding a terrible towel at the Olympics, and that is who you interviewed.
Yeah, that's who I
think that's
interviewed.
awesome.
She told me
That's
she
pretty
was
cool.
gonna have terrible towels like at the games, like because John Henry can't actually like have anything Pittsburgh related
Yeah, it has
in
to
his
be
bag.
United States.
Yeah, like not even in his bag. Like they check his bag and everything before he goes in.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he can't have a terrible towel. He can't have like a jersey, a shirt, or anything. He apparently like, not that he ever planned on it, but like he wanted to have a terrible towel, and if he won gold, he wanted to like bring it out and wave it. But
that
would've been
would
awesome.
have been awesome.
The explosion.
he's only allowed he was allowed to pick his skate color though. So if you get a chance to watch, his skates are black and gold.
Oh, that's cool.
So he was able to choose that.
Wow.
He wanted to do a black and yellow bodysuit too, but they couldn't do that. So
Yeah. So I do have Russia's roster in front of me.
Any names that stand out?
Yes. First of all, it looks like it is almost all KHL. Actually,
Oh.
I think it is. Names that I've recognized is Slava Voinov, Alexei Marchenko,
Okay.
Pavel Datsuk.
Oh, wait, really?
Yep.
Magic Man's there? That's
Ilya
scary.
Kovalchuk.
Oh,
Is this
So-
correct?
Oh, and Vadim Shipachev.
Oh, I hate Shipshov.
Chov.
Shipshov
Yeah.
thinks he can wear 87 in the NHL. That's
Then gets
cute.
cut
He
from the
played
Vegas
2
Golden
games.
Knights and goes to the Olympics.
Wow. Okay.
So Russia is there.
The United
and the
States is
KHL
not.
is there.
The United States is not making it anywhere near the bronze medal game. Then.
No. Also, other thing, South Korea, with their hockey team, the 2 coaches,
Yeah.
former Penguins, the assistant
told me
coach
that.
and the head coach.
Yeah.
Assistant coach Richard Park, who played more recently. I think we can remember that, except for Jordan.
very nice.
By the way, we are going to go a little over because we have a couple things to get through real quickly, and
Yes.
there's nobody after us.
And their head coach is Jim Pack, who won 2 Stanley Cups with us in 1991 and 1992.
All right.
Okay.
Just a little fun anecdote that South Korea's coaches are,
Yeah. So if you
they have a little connection.
if you watch the Olympics, some Pittsburgh Penguins things happening, and some KHL probably. I
Yeah,
didn't
that-
know that. I'm kind of scared now to
That's
watch Russia
really-
play.
You still
anybody.
never know. It is Russia.
That's really weird. Like
They had the NHL last time,
well,
and they didn't get anywhere.
Oh, they had the KHL. You mean?
And the NHL players, though.
Okay.
the
Well,
Olympics.
let's look.
But go ahead.
We would talk about the women's ice hockey one, but it's probably going to be United States and Canada.
United States again.
They're both really good. Again, that'll be a fun game to watch if they meet up at all, whether it's in the gold medal game or not. They both already won their first game. The Korean women's team, you're trying. They lost 8-0 in both their first and second game. But, I mean, they're representing their country.
Is there any chance that they can make a bronze medal game?
I mean, they'd have to pull something out, but it's not looking
I'm
like
not
it.
sure. It's not looking good.
I mean, clearly your goal differential is not very good.
Yeah, that's not going to help a lot
Yeah.
at all. But let's talk about something that is highly talked about. Are the Olympics better off without the NHL there?
I think it's interesting because we already know who the best players in the world are.
Canadians.
Well,
Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
Are you going to argue with me about this?
No, I'm
Okay,
not.
we'll have the Crosby McDavid debate
No, it's
some
not.
other day.
No, it's. I think it's great to see players that aren't big time names go out there and represent their country. Like you guys said, you're supposed to be an amateur when it comes to the Olympics.
Correct.
I think it was cool to have the NHL players there for a while. Like obviously that's like, okay, this is the best competition in the world coming against each other. But then again, these guys are in the middle of a season. They're 2 months out of a playoff series. They're not playing to the fullest potential that they could. But there was plenty of good and there was plenty of bad. But now it's kind of, we get to see people just play hockey. They're not going anywhere after this. I don't know how the KHL players are going to do, but
I mean, Pavel Datsuk's still very good. Yeah. And so is Ilya Kovalchuk, who's supposed to be in the NHL this year.
well, no, what I mean by that is that I don't know how hard they're going to play.
That's true.
But I
That's
mean,
very true.
it's still talent on the ice.
You see, I think they're halfway to making the Olympics great again for hockey. The NHL players shouldn't be there. The KHL players shouldn't be in there. And the geriatric players that can't make the NHL anymore shouldn't be there. It should be the World Juniors 2, Part 2.
Okay, which is fair.
Because the World Juniors, anybody who watches it, the World Juniors is probably the best hockey tournament in the world.
So what do you say to the AHL players that want to go represent their country?
The AHL players aren't there, are they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, some of
They
them
are?
Yeah.
It's Chris Summers from Wilkes-Barre.
You're
Yeah.
getting paid to play hockey. I feel like the Olympics is an amateur thing. And
Okay.
I feel like you should not, if you're getting paid to play hockey somewhere, you shouldn't go to the Olympics.
That's fair.
Yeah, but what if they're taking? Well, they are on contract.
You can
I
pick
guess.
apart anything. I just think it would be best if it was juniors.
Yeah,
Just amateurs.
I mean,
like,
should there be a limit on those AHL players? Maybe only first and second year AHL players can go.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But you
Because-
have players like Brian Giunta.
Yeah,
who
no,
is Brian Giunta, who retired from the
Yeah.
NHL, playing with Troy Terry, a player that's going to be in the draft this year.
Yeah.
That's a weird dynamic.
Yeah. I mean, the last time America won it, there were no pros.
Was that 1980?
1980. They
That
haven't
was
won
1980.
Since. They haven't won since.
My favorite movie growing up, Miracle on Ice.
Never seen it.
I've watched it 3 times this school year.
I'm sorry, Jordan. You've never seen Miracle.
Nah, never seen it.
You're watching.
My dad.
For next week, we will have one less DJ until Jordan watches that movie.
I
No,
watched
I'm
all
just
3
kidding.
Mighty Ducks.
I'll give you credit
I'll
for
give
that
you a
one.
pass.
Do you have to? Because like the first one's the only good one.
Well, moving on. We're gonna go through a quick Pens preview here. No, don't laugh. This is that we're done with that conversation now. Pens preview tomorrow. They play the Ottawa Senators at home. Actually, the next 3 games are going to be at home. They have the Ottawa Senators tomorrow, the 13th.
My LA Kings.
Your LA Kings on Thursday. My Toronto Maple Leafs,
There
if
you
you want to
go.
go that way. Maple Leafs on Saturday. I wish I could go to that game, but I'm working
Ooh.
until 6. Do
Are
you
you
think
working-
I could? I'm
are you
working
work-
until 6.
Are you working Thursday?
I am not.
You're only working till 6.
We're only open till 6.
Well, then what I'm saying is you could make it there easily.
I'm also broke.
In his suit, too.
That is.
I
fair.
could go to a Pens game in my suit, but my suit is also blue, and I would not wear that to a Pens Maple Leafs game.
Oh, you right.
You would have, considering how close we are, if you came back, rushed and got changed, you could make it.
Probably.
The way you walk, yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, I just walk really slow.
Okay. Well, moving on, we also finish off the week. That is the first of the back-to-back, the Toronto game. We finish off the week in Columbus, so basically 4 home games.
Yeah.
The
then we go
Columbus
on-
game's going to be important.
Then we go on a long
Columbus
break
game
after
is going to
that.
be important. So is the Toronto game.
Yeah.
That's a playoff team.
Yeah.
So
Still-
now,
Also, quick, far ahead preview. We play 15 games in March, and 3 of them are back-to-backs.
we
Oh,
have
it's like,
19
no,
back-to-backs over this season.
3
We
back-to-backs
haven't
in
had
March.
them in a while.
This March is a hectic month for Penguins hockey. The schedule is packed.
Tristan Yari is going to be playing a lot.
No, oh yeah, he will be.
Yeah, he will.
I was thinking to Smith for a second. I was
Hey,
like,
hey,
no, he's
When
not.
Jordan says anything about a backup goalie, we just assume he's talking about Smith.
Yeah.
To Smith or Antero Nitamaki.
2 weeks in a row, you've managed to bring his name up.
I need to pick a player to start trying to squeeze into our.
Kevin Porter.
You see, I liked Kevin Porter,
So did I.
What
but now
shirt-
I like Riley.
What shirt am I currently wearing?
Kevin Porter
Tyler
probably.
Kennedy.
Nope. Jordan saw it earlier. Tyler Kennedy.
Tyler Kennedy will be in Johnstown playing on
He
the
will
War
be.
Memorial Ice. I saw that.
He will be.
I saw that and thought of you. My hometown, some Penguins alum, going to go play, and I'm
Yes.
still going to be here.
Oh, that's cute.
That is cute. We are cute. Hockeyville #1, not Bell Vernon, who was number 3.
and it wasn't even played in Belle Vernon.
Just had to throw that out there real quick. But let's go into the standings. Okay. The Penguins creeping up on Washington for first place in the Metro. We are now 4 points behind them.
I think there's a really good chance to catch up.
But speaking of creeping up, right behind us is Philly.
Ooh. There was potential there the whole season. They just
there's one last thing I want to talk about Philly. We'll get to that. So in the Atlantic, the top three are Tampa, Boston, Toronto, which are going to remain that probably for the rest of the year.
And those are going to be a miracle. Those are going to be the only three Atlantic teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, that division is a crapshoot. It really just levels off after that. And then we have the Metro teams that are also vying for the wild card place. We have New Jersey and Carolina in there right now. I'd like to see Carolina in the playoffs.
I would too. That'd be awesome.
Both of those teams have had a lot of success against the Penguins this season.
I think I said at the
Carolina lost their last game. New Jersey won one game.
I think at the very beginning of the season I said Carolina was going to make it.
Carolina also beat us twice. Other times.
Yeah.
I just said they had success.
Well, yeah, everybody had success against us at the beginning of the year. A lot of teams did.
I did. I had Carolina making the playoffs. In my predictions from October 4th that I have up on my phone.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Well,
behind them is Columbus, the Islanders, and the Rangers. The Atlantic.
I would like to keep Columbus out of the playoffs.
Why? So would I, but I'd like to play Columbus.
Yeah, get that easy win.
I wouldn't say easy win.
Yeah, I was
going to say
that
win.
I would say we're in their heads a lot.
Oh yeah,
a lot. The only thing I like about that is that the series against them is pretty much an entire home series,
basically.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through the West. We have a couple things I want to talk about around the league. But the West, we have Nashville took over first place in the Central. It's Nashville, Winnipeg, St. Louis in the top three in the Central. In the Pacific, Vegas still holds tried and true at the top with San Jose and Calgary behind them. And then we have Dallas and Minnesota in the two wild card places. Los Angeles, as we said, is a point out. Also followed by Anaheim, Colorado, Chicago, LOL, and then Edmonton, Vancouver, Arizona.
Vegas is 10 points ahead of Calgary?
Yeah, what do you mean Calgary? Vegas is 10 points ahead of Calgary and 8 points ahead of San Jose. With games in hand.
The breakdown,
with a game in hand.
Just the breakdown from going from the Pacific, Vegas to a wild card is.
Oh yeah, Vegas wild. Is 11 points ahead of the team that's last and out. Sorry. So a couple things I want to talk about. The Rangers. I want to come back to this. They sent out the ownership and GM sent out an email to its fans, basically saying, "Sorry, we're quitting on this season."
Wow, really?
Wow.
They said hockey is a couple of things I remember seeing. It was similar to hockey is a business. There's a lot of faces that you like from our team that will not necessarily be here after the trade deadline.
So this was not verbatim, but this was implied.
This was these words were on there in some order. I read through the letter a couple of times because I read through it the first time. I was like, I had to have read that wrong. Yeah. They did not. They're literally, where are we at? 2 points out of a playoff spot,
and they're saying they're giving up.
I was like, they couldn't have just written an email to their fans that said we quit. They were like, we've had a lot of success with the core we have now, but we are looking to break down the core in order to get new. They basically Bob Nutting the New York Rangers. They said,
but in the middle of the season.
Yeah. Well, they also actually had success.
Yeah.
We didn't. We made it to the playoffs. That's not
a few years ago.
Yeah. That's a whole nother radio show.
Because I did see they were trying to shop out Rick Nash, and I saw Ryan McDonough today.
Rick Nash, Ryan McDonough, Chris Kreider's on the block. And I don't think they'd get rid of Lundqvist just because he's their culture.
Yeah.
He's there for life.
Yeah, I was going to say, they wouldn't get rid of him.
He's 35.
And
he's playing well enough that they can keep him there. He's going to be done in a year or two.
But, wow.
Yeah.
So that's
I saw that. Look, it was on Twitter.
I think I do remember seeing something like it.
And it was on Twitter, and it was, I think, the Rangers' Twitter posted that.
That's like a really odd way to do it. Email your entire fan base?
I mean, usually they don't even do it. Like, I didn't get an email from Huntington saying, "Hey, listen here, Berlansky.
Hey, your good friend McCutcheon is out of here."
I don't think they remember they had a fan base.
No,
it would have been a short email list.
Well, if they have a fan base, it is non-existent. I'm excited for baseball season, but mainly because
you're a baseball fan.
I'm a baseball fan.
I mean, I'm a childhood baseball fan. I still do watch every now and again. My brother's a huge baseball fan, and I'll probably watch more of his games this summer than Pirate games.
All right, so
we actually have one last thing I want to talk about. As of right now, if the regular season were to end today, which that's a saying, but every radio guy says the Penguins would play the Flyers.
It's 2009 again.
That was also the team. Wasn't that the Flyers team that went to the Cup? No, 2011. Sorry.
That was
10,
2010. That was
the
right
year
after we
after
won
us.
the
Yeah,
Cup.
you're right. I'm sorry.
The one I've rooted for Chicago twice in my life. That playoff final and the other playoff final when they played Boston. For some reason I didn't want Boston to win that year.
Was that when they had a?
Wasn't that the year that Boston, or the year after Boston beat us in the finals with Volkun?
I think so.
Thomas Volkun.
Yeah, it had to have been. Yeah.
So just we'll leave you with that to ponder. A Penguins Flyers playoff series in the year 2018.
Look, I'm just saying, if there's a God, he will not let Philadelphia get further than the first round.
That's why he's going to put them up against the Penguins.
He let them win the Super Bowl.
I'm okay with that. I can live with that.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I don't think the city of Philadelphia would survive.
Survive what?
A playoff series win.
Okay.
They missed the playoffs last year, and the year before, they should have been swept by Washington.
Yeah.
They won 3 straight for somehow from games 4 to 6.
Oh yeah.
Who did they put in that? I don't like Brian. It wasn't Brian Elliott. Brian Elliott. This is his first year.
Was it Brian Boucher?
No.
I don't know.
It was
Steve
Michael
Mason.
Neuvert.
Oh yeah.
Neuvert
yeah.
went in. And
Who's
he
still
won
their
3 games.
backup?
He's still their backup.
Still their backup.
But, well, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you for tuning in to 3PT. We're going to be here the same time next week.
With more of this madness.
Yeah, whatever. This could still be called a radio show. So
This
we'll
place
be
is
back next week. Thank you guys. See you next week.